What's good, y'all? I'm back again with another vid. You know I'm with a squadron, man.
Yes, sir. Steve back again and ready to spit some knowledge.
You know what it is, man. Today we talking about some of life's biggest questions. I hope we all question life and question our realities to some extent. Maybe not to the point where you go crazy, but it's good to question life. Life is a question. We don't even know why we're here. And that brings us to the first question. Why do you think humans are here? Why do you think we in this room right now? How did this whole occurrence happen for this to happen?
So why are humans here? That's a great question. Um, yeah, something I think all humans are supposed to do is just to grow and evolve. I feel like that's really the purpose of any like life form, just to continue to grow, continue to evolve. I mean, you got science and we talk about evolution and all that type of stuff, but even just like mentally evolving. I think another purpose for humans is just love and like to build community with each other as well. Just all a sense of purpose. We just talked about what purpose is, and so yeah, just again that sense of community, building with people, growing and evolving, learning new things. Like you can never run out of things to learn. Like nobody knows everything, so just trying to obtain as much knowledge as you can, continually bettering yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Good point. I like that. Mine's similar to that, but I feel like to remember who we are, I feel like we are infinite or unlimited or what we can't comprehend before we come here, and then we assimilate into these human bodies in order to learn ourselves via a human, learn our consciousness through the human experiences. And through that, I feel like throughout life, you are constantly realizing and uncovering and realizing the bigger picture of what you're a part of. So we come into life not knowing anything as a baby, and then we learn why we're here, and then we return back to wherever we came from that sent us here. So, do you think we were created by a specific entity, as a lot of people think, God, for instance?
All right, so this is a good question, and I feel like there's no way we weren't made by something, whether that be God, the universe, whatever you believe in. But just like if you look at something like a car, like there's no way all the parts, mechanics, just everything that goes into that, there's no way that was like that just happened by coincidence. Like somebody specifically made that and designed that, and just like the body of the human being is like probably one of the most complex things on the planet. Like I don't know about the universe, but like yeah, there's just so much like intricate details and design just for us to work and function. Like
for you to even be talking right now.
Exactly, for us to think, for us to be breathing, like just everything that goes in. Like I said, I know you've made multiple videos just about how our bodies are systems and like there's systems within systems and like even every single cell has like its own individual system and there's millions billions of cells in our body. So just like yeah, if you ask me, there's no way that we weren't designed or engineered by something. Like there's no way that something as complicated as us could have been just happened by accident. Like no, some creator, some designer had some part in that, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah, that's an interesting question because I agree with a lot of that. Like, you really step back and look at the fabric of life, like, it's a masterpiece for all the events, just for life to even arise on the planet. And we living this long and sustaining life. Like, bro, I feel like, just think about it like this. How can we even arrive to the point where we question that there is a creator? We've consciously evolved to the point where we can even question that everything originated from something beyond us. So even having that ability to question reality to that extent, I feel like is what gives us the idea or the validation that there's a creator. But I don't necessarily like to put a limit or put human characteristics on God or the universe. I just think it's everything, and it's all one. We just all one. Where do you think we were before we came to this earth?
That's a great question, and That's one that I kind of struggle with because it's hard to kind of even just think about that, like consider because we only know our life, our existence. Like we don't really know. I mean, we can learn history, but we don't know about our presence before that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to think about. And you know, they say like energy can't be created nor destroyed. So, but again, we can create life, and we have this energy within us.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like that's really hard to think about. Like me personally, before we got here, I feel like there was always like some sort of just like life force. Like I don't know, like if it's just like there's just this life force all around us we can't see, and then I don't know, like when we're born, that life force goes into the newborn baby or
Hmm.
whatever it is. But it's like I said, there's also like the idea of reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
There's that too, but like yeah, it's really hard to think about just where we were before we got here. But I feel like our energies, like our souls or whatever you want to call that, like that was always in existence before like even our bodies got here. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, maybe it's just waiting for our bodies to get here before it goes, or like I said, I don't know. That's really hard to think about. But what do you think about that?
Well, I kind of have an interesting situation because I be telling people that I remember coming here before I got here. Like, I remember looking outside the earth and then they like, we finna send you down there. It's your time. But yeah, that is an interesting question because all we know is life. So how can we base it off anything else? Like, how can we comprehend death when all we know is life? So that is a very interesting question. But I agree. Like, I call myself unlimited, and that constitutes everything being a part of the totality. So I'm one with who I was before and who I will be, and just everything is one. So just because I'm in this body, it isn't separate from the unlimited spirit and universe. So I don't know. I think there was somewhere, I can't necessarily pinpoint where. Maybe we're just some other form of consciousness and energy or whatever you want to call it. But I definitely think there was something before this because we know energy never dies or is never created nor destroyed. So we had to be here at some point. So where do you think we go in the afterlife or when we pass on?
Yeah, again, another great question. And again, just like the last one, again, it's kind of hard to conceptualize. Like again, we only know life, so we don't get to experience it. Like it's not like you just die and come back to life,
Yeah.
unless you Jesus, if you believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely think there's some form of afterlife. Whether I don't know about some people believe in heaven
Yeah.
or that type of thing, but I definitely do believe there is some type of afterlife. Like there's some place that our souls, our spirit goes when we die.
Mm-hmm.
What that exact place is or how to conceptualize it, I really can't do. It's again hard to explain, but I definitely do think there is again some type of afterlife that we go to. I don't know if it's like another dimension or maybe it's just another like form of being. Like again,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's something that like physical bodies can't see, but I don't know, maybe there's souls and spirits all around that we can't even see because we're in physical bodies, but once we go on to that realm, we'll be able to see them.
Yeah.
But again, I can't say with this one either, but those are just some theories I have. But yeah, that's what I think. What do you think?
Well, let me just say, you can say. But, I mean, this is a question you probably gonna speculate your entire life. And I think it's actually good that we don't know what happens because that would essentially change the entire course of our lives if we knew what happens when we die. And it's interesting that everybody has a different idea of what they think it is. Some people just think you just die and it's over. And a lot of people believe in heaven, such like that. I haven't taken the time to think about a place, but like I said, I feel like you maybe return to the universe, return your consciousness goes back into the universe in whatever form that is. I don't know if y'all ever heard of the egg theory, but I really like that. And I think uh that has a lot of ideas that I resonate with. So yeah, man, I believe there's an afterlife, but I don't know what it is. I feel like it's beyond what we can conceptualize with our human mind.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And just to piggyback off what you said, like I do think it's also a good thing that we don't know because again, if you knew where you go, like you probably have more people wanting to go there and wanting to stay away. But
Mm-hmm.
like just without knowing it kind of again, like you've probably seen this theme within movies or TV shows, but I mean, it really does add, more value to life, just not knowing what happens after death, because I mean, it could be over. I mean, I don't believe that, but it could be. So it gives you more, impact and emphasis to, try to make something of yourself and
Yeah.
do everything and be fulfilled. So I do think it is ultimately a good thing we don't know.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I don't necessarily like the idea of immortality, because it's like if you just had forever to do everything, you go see your family in 30 years. Like it's like the temporariness of life is one of the things that makes it such a beautiful experience. Death is what makes life such a beautiful experience. You wouldn't value your life if you knew you'd always be here, because what is there to compare it to? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, do our our last question: do we believe in reincarnation?
Um, I definitely believe it's a possibility, and like I'm open to like those thoughts and interpretations, because again, like you've heard people say like, oh, you've been here before, or people talk about past lives and that type of thing, and
For
there's
sure.
also like deja vu, like what is that? Especially like if it's something that you haven't lived, but like some part of you has lived into. Is it a past life? Is it a reincarnation?
Yeah.
Um, some people think dreams are past lives, so it's like again, I'm open to it. I could definitely see that like actually being a real thing, reincarnation. So like yeah, I could see the possibility of that being real, and yeah.
You sound like you don't want to come back to Earth again.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like I agree. I think there's reincarnation in some way. I mean, I feel like for some reason I have this feeling this is the lifetime where everything, all my lifetime leading up to it, it makes sense. This is the culmination lifetime where I'll level up or evolve, for the lack of words, but that's just my philosophy. But uh I don't know. I think reincarnation is a thing. I really like the egg theory. I'm link it in the description for y'all. And basically sum it up. You once you die, you become every single person that ever lived. And once you live every single life in the totality of history, then you become the creator and you're able to create a universe and uh have your children, quote unquote, experience that universe and do what you did or whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know about reincarnation. We'll see when the time comes. But yeah, man, those are a few of life's biggest questions. There's a numerous amount, so we'll probably be back with another vid. But I appreciate y'all for listening. Shout yourself out.
It's Steve, IG, social media, Steve Ross _48. And yeah, man. Thank y'all for listening.
For sure, man. Appreciate y'all for listening. I love y'all. We out. Unlimited.